Well, hello everybody. It has been a while, but I think I zoom out a bit like that. I have a nice cup of coffee here. Mrs. always right. Wiebe made a cup of coffee for me in a perfect beaker. I already ate my cookie. I had a donut. Oh, it was so nice. And I have to tell you, I have been away. You probably missed me a while, but I'm back. But when I was away on one of my very many travels, I ended up in Leeuwarden, in Jouwert, in Friesland. And there was a seaman was over there. And I had to shop. I couldn't leave it. I had to do it. So I bought myself some yarn. Not much, see, not much. Just a very little bit. Can you see it? Oh, it's over here. You see, yarn and a centimeter. It's always handy, a centimeter. And 2 balls of yarn with such a special name. It is named Galaxy. Well, Galaxy, that suits right to my travels always. The Galaxy. I went around the Galaxy and now I'm going to wear the Galaxy. It is, I have to make a proeflapje first, they say. Who cares? You crochet with needle 4, 5. You see? But I have got a needle 7. Eigenwijs as always. It is 70% polyamide, 20% acryl, and 10% wool. And it is soft, and it is a chained yarn. Can you see it? A little bit fuzzy. I love it. And a centimeter. I still have to open it, but the centimeter is always handy, so you can meet the centimeters. So, I have to open it. Look at that nice black and white dots. Let me see. It has big centimeters and small centimeters. That's handy. And there is, at the end it says 1 meter 50, 150 centimeters. And that is 60 inches. Big centimeters. I love it. But I'm going to put some stroom in the camera because I see on the screen here the battery is low and we cannot have this. So I'm going to do that, sip of my coffee, and then we are going to crochet. The stroom is erin. So now it should go well. 100 gram is 230 meters. So, a nice cup of coffee. With 2 balls, I have 460 meters, and that should be enough for a nice cowl around the cowl. My English isn't always that good. You all know Miranda from Maak het met Miranda. And she has het stapelstokje, het staple double crochet. And she makes a gorgeous cardigan, a vest, met de stapelstokje. I will link it in the... Of Yvonne is going to link it. I go to tell I mentioned Miranda. So she can put a link down in the description box for if you want to make a vest with the stapelstokje. For now, I'm going to crochet chains, and it doesn't really matter how many chains I'm going to do, because there is not really a stitch pattern, just stapelstokjes. And they don't need a certain amount of stitches. I think I am going to make the length at least 1 meter 50, 120 centimeters, 60 inches, 60 big centimeters. So I am not going to count. I'm going to crochet with my 7 millimeter crochet hook. This is a very gorgeous one. It's bright yellow, so when I lose it, I can look for bright yellow and then I can find it. Hartstikke handig. Really it is. Doris is asleep on the table, so I have no child on him. And Tommy lays on the aquarium. He's not sleepy. He is pretending to be asleep. Now I'm talking about him, and he puts his head between his tail and his belly. You know how cats can lay down, you know, it's very funny. And I am just going to crochet, and now this centimeter will become very handy, so I can measure. If you want to make the same call as I am, then you make a chain, the length, that it can go twice around your neck, so 1 and 2, and it should be comfortable. Not too tight, not too loose, because when it is too loose, it is not going to give you any warmth at all. So that's not the bedoeling. But it mustn't be all too tight, because then you cannot put your head in it. And then you have a headband, ear warmers. But it is, no, that's not what I am going to make. You can make ear warmers, of course you can. But I'm going to make a stapelstokjes cowl. But with a little bit of a difference in het stapelstokje. You will see when I'm going to make it. And I think it is a very nice pattern. Don't crochet too tight, because we are going to crochet in the chains, and it will be more handy when you could put your needle in the stitch. The most beautiful way to do it when you have your chain is to crochet in the backbone of the chain. It's the bubble on the outside, on the back side, you know. That will be the most beautiful. But you don't have to, but I am going to try. It's going to take a little bit longer to crochet the first round, but in a stapelstokje stitch, you crochet 2 rounds of stitches in one. The double crochet, het stokje, but you crochet 2 stokjes tegelijkertijd, at the same time. So it will hurry up. It's just the first round that's going to take a little bit of time, but that's not very. We can do this. You see, oh, this is a bit tight. It's not the bedoeling, so I will frog it a bit, like that, and make it a bit more loose. You can crochet a bit loose if you have trouble with that, by holding your needle a bit schuin, so. Then you automatically stretch your stitch a bit. You see? It goes vanzelf. And then you crochet loose enough. Just like that. Hold your needle really loose between your fingers. And then it should work. Let me see. How far am I? Well, that's just 1 time. Keep in mind that it stretches a bit, eh? Well, I really, at least twice as long. So that's what I'm going to do. I have a bit of sticky mouth. I don't know why. I didn't eat chocolate. I didn't eat cookies. I had the donut. That's true, I had the donut. Well, I have had a great summer. I hope you had too. It was a bit hot in times, but I love the heat. Really, I do. Sometimes I go abroad to enjoy the heat. I have been to Belgium. Oh, that was so much fun. Really, it was. Funne was there, and Eva was there. Yeah, of course, because we stayed at Eva's. And Michael was there, and Miranda was there, and Dennis, and Sam, and lots and lots and lots of children in all kinds of ages, from 1 to about, I don't know, adult. It's still a child. He was still a child. Vanne's son is also adult, and he is Vanne's child. So, yes, a child, but adult. Almost. He thinks he is adult. But we had so much fun, and nobody knew I was there. I hid it myself. I did. Nobody noticed me. Vonne and Miranda and Michael and Eva, they did live shows on Miranda's channel. And I was there around. I was walking and traveling and enjoying myself, playing with the kids. Oh, it was so much fun. That was in Belgium. And it was hot. Really, the chicken fell from the roof. So hot it was. But I have enjoyed myself. Perhaps you have seen the live shows. It was fun. Let me measure. I don't think I am there already, but let me measure. Find the end. Yes, 1 meter 50. See? It's nice. So, now I'm going to measure. Stretch it a little bit, but not too much. Like that. And then follow your centimeter. Ooh, I'm over 1 meter 50. You see, here's the 150. So I'm keeping it over there. And then the last bit. How long is that? That's about 30. That is 180. And around my... it's enough. Yes, 1 meter and 80 centimeters. That is plenty. Really, it is. So, now we are going to start. We are going to start the pattern. First, let me take a sip. Even swallowed me. Nice. Okay, when you look at your chains, let me zoom in. Like that. You look at your chains. In the front side, you have all these V's. And when you go over it, on the back, you feel the backbone, the bubbletjes. And we are going to crochet in the bubbletjes. When you cannot crochet, when you can't manage that, then just crochet in the chain stitches. It's all right. It doesn't matter. But I am going to find the bubbles. And this is the first bubble. So I put my needle against it, like that, and I'm going to pull the bubble on my needle. Pull through a thread, yarn over, and through 2. And now you have made a single crochet. You can see now on the straight to beneden. That is where you are going to put your needle in and leave it there. Leave it. Yes? Then you go to the second bubble, put in your needle, yarn over, and pull through 3. All 3. Like that. Now you yarn over. Oh, no, not yarn over. You are going to that straight naar beneden loopje. There you put your needle, like that. Yes? And then you go to, oh, I was out of the picture. Here there is a loopie straight naar beneden. You see? This one. And there you put your needle in, like that. And then you go to the next bubble. Put it on your needle, yarn over, pull through, and now you pull through 2, and you pull through 2. And now you can see your stitches are growing a bit. Can you see that? And now, yarn over. The next streepje naar beneden, over here. You have here, with me it's a yellow one over, it's going twice. And then straight naar beneden, there is a blue loopje. I have yarned over. I'm going through that blue loopje. Like that. And then I'm going to the next bubble. In the bubble, yarn over, pull through. And now pull over, yarn over, through 2, through 2, through 2. So, through 2, through 2, through 2. You see? Next stitch, yarn over. Now you have down below. The down below straight over in the middle. Down below in the middle. With me it is the yellow one. You have a red, I have a red dwarsstreepje and a yellow one naar beneden. In the middle. I have yarned over. I'm going through that yellow dwarsstreepje of straight naar beneden streepje. Like that. I leave it on my needle. And then I yarn over and I go to the next bubble. It's over here. Like that. Yarn over, pull through. And now I'm going yarn over, through 2, through 2, through 2, and through 2. And now we are at the height of a real stapelstokje. And we are going to continue till the end with this stitch. Yarn over. You see over here the connection between the two stitches. There's this little dwarsloopje. And straight below it, there is a loopje down. And that's what I'm going to lay on my crochet needle. I yarn over and I go to the next bubble. Put in my needle, yarn over, pull through. And now 4 times under 2 loops. So this is yarn over. 1 time on the 2 loops, yarn over. 2 times on the 2 loops, yarn over. 3 times on the 2 loops, yarn over. 4 times under 2 loops. You see, it's not that difficult. Yarn over. This is where the stitches connect. Exactly in the middle of the length of the stitch, and down there is 1 loop straight down. Here it's the blue one. I have yarned over. I'm putting my needle through and leave it on my needle. And then I yarn over and go to the next loop. The bubble. I put my needle in it, yarn over and pull through. And now 4 times yarn over, pull through 2. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is how you continue the complete end of your chains. Enjoy your coffee. make it a lovely day. I will be back. I will be back because one row isn't a cowl. We have to do more rows. And this stitch like this is exactly how Miranda explained it. The double staple stokje stitch. And in the next row I'm going to make another twist. The first twist was to crochet slowly omhoog. So you won't have any gaps. We are going to continue in one continuous round. And then you won't have gaps and all. You can crochet, 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 crochet until you had enough. And the second change is in the way we are going to put in the needle in the second and the next rounds. So I will be back when I'm at the end of my chain. And then we can continue. Well, I am at the end of the chain thingy. And I have made my last staple stokje. And now we are going to close the round. Let me get some more yarn. Look at how beautiful it is. There's a little shine. Oh, I'm whispering because I love it so much. It's so soft. But we have to close the round. I'm going to lay it down flat with my yarn uit de warretje, like that. And all the way, let me zoom out a bit, like that. You can see it better what I am doing. Look, I am laying it flat, like that, until I am at the beginning of the row. You see the little flat side. Now I have this, and this lays all flat, so it's not twisted or anything. And now we are closing the round with a staple stokje. Let up. Pay attention. Yes, Doris is coming to look as well. Well, first we are yarning over. Let me zoom in again so you can see what I am doing. Like that. I have yarned over. And now I take that little vertical bar, put it on my needle, I yarn over, and now I'm holding this and I am packing the end, the beginning, and I am going to insert the needle in the V-stitch over here, and I'm doing it in front, like that, and then I go to the back, and there is an extra loop here on the back, you see, and you go through both loops. And now you can yarn over and pull up a loop and make your stapelstokje. Just continue. Like that. Yes, Doris, you are laying on my yarn. Look. He is laying on my yarn. He's such a naughty boy. Yeah, he's such a sweet naughty boy. Yes. You always like it when I am over here, huh? Well, let me finish my stitch, Doris. Like that. Now it's connected, but not really. This tail we can sew in the bottom over here. Now, next stapelstokje. Yarn over. Search for the bar, the vertical bar in the middle and put it on your needle. Yarn over. And now you find the next V. And you go from the top down below the V, and then you put your needle in the loop, 2 loops on the back. You see? There are 2 loops. Let me zoom in again. Doris, I have to zoom in. So, yes, now you have a really big face. Look, the next V, over here. From the top down to the back, there are 2 loops. Oh, I have to be in the picture, of course. This is the V on top of your stitch. In the middle, you put it in and you look at the back of the stitch, and there you have 2 loops, and you go under those 2 loops. Pull up a loop and make your stapelstokje. Like that. And this is how you are going to continue all of the cowl. Yarn over. The vertical bar in the middle on your needle. Yarn over. The next V. And now it's going to become a bit more easy, because you can see it a little bit more easy. You go on top. I'm going to show you now another way. Look, you go on the top. You put your needle in front, and now you have a very little hole over here, and there you go to the back. And if it's right, almost right, you can have 2 loops on your needle, you see? The one down as well. The back loop, it's called. Like that. And then you make your stapelstokje. The stapelstokjes are the same, only the way you put in your needle to pull up a loop. Look, you go down. And you take the 2 back loops. This is one back loop, the red one, and then there below there is another red one. Let me see. You can see it over here. The stitches are going to be taller, so it's easier to see. This is the front loop. You go to the front, and then you have 2 loops here over here on the back with my finger. So you go beneath those 2 loops, and then they are on your needle. That is the twist in the stapelstokje. So it's a bit different than Miranda makes them, only because of the way I put my needle in. So yarn over. In the middle, the loop. Yarn over. And again. Here is the stitch. You see? The V, and then this is the front loop. I'm going under the front loop, and then below those 2 top loops on the back. And against my finger, and then the loops stay on your needle, and you can yarn over, pull up a loop, and make your stapelstokje. So the first few are a bit difficult, and that's a pity, because then you have to learn them. But there's no other way. So if you have done the first couple, then it will be much more easy. Look at the stitch. The V on top. And on the back you have 2 loops. And when you put your needle underneath the front loop, and then you go beside the little paw of the top staple stitch, and you go to the back. Then you have the back loop of the stitch and the back loop. Yarn over, pull through, and make your stapelstokje. It is really doable. I'm going to do a couple of more, and then you can see the effect of this stitch. So yarn over, in the middle, loop on my needle, yarn over. The next stitch, you go from the middle of the V, the front loop on your needle, and then in the hole eronder to the back. And then you have 2 loops on your needle. Yarn over, pull through, and go through 2 loops. 4 times through 2 loops. See? Yarn over. In the middle, yarn over. The next V. The front loop on front of your needle. From boven naar beneden. From top to bottom. And then in the hole behind the ball, het pootje, you go to the back. When you turn your work, you will see 2 loops on your needle. And that's when you yarn over and pull up a loop. And then you can make your stapelstokje, your staple double crochet. Okay, and now I can show you a little bit of the effect. You've got over here, you have little loops pointing that way. Now you get over here little loops pointing that way. And in the round you are crocheting, the loops are pointing that way again. You see? And this is how you continue. You can make the complete cowl like this. And the bigger you make it, the more yarn you need. In the beginning, I told you how long my chain was. I didn't count the stitches, but I measured it with my new centimeter from Seaman. And that is what you can do. Make it as big as you want. There are no rules about that. Only rule is I have to stay in the picture. And you can try to buy this yarn in the web shop of Seaman. You can. They don't have all kinds of yarns. I told you on one of my trips I ended up in Leeuwarden, in Jouwert. And there they had a Seaman, and in the garbage bag, the rommel bag, I found these skeins. So I don't know if they have it on the web shop, but you can buy all kinds of stuff in their web shop. It's very handy in your chair. You can buy online, and the link down below is an affiliated link by Miranda, from Make It by Miranda. I will ask Vonne to ask me Miranda for that special link. So every time you buy online at Seaman, and it doesn't matter what, as long as you click on the link, and you fill your basket and pay and let it send and etc. And Miranda gets a very little bit of your money. Well, not your, yes, say Seaman's money. Seaman pays her for that. And you don't pay a cent more. Really, you're not. It costs you nothing. Nothing extra. Yeah. What you order, you have to pay, of course. That's logical. But it won't cost you any extra money if you click on the link below. So that's especially for Vonne's little sis. That's how they call each other. Miranda calls Vonne her big sis. And Vonne calls Miranda her little sis. Ain't that sweet? Well, they love each other very much. And if they can help each other, they will. So, anyway, I am continuing. And you do the same. And see the effect of the way you put in your needle to pull up a loop. And enjoy the process. The stapelstokjes are very addictive to make. Miranda has her stapelstokjes vest, cardigan. And Vonne filmed the pattern of Eva. Met the stapelstokjes hoodie by Eva. You can find it on Vonne's channel. Just stick in on YouTube hoodie funne, and then you will get on her channel and find the hoodie. Or maybe you can put in Eva van a hoodie. En dan gewoon stickwoorden, stickwords. And then you can find it. I don't know the number of any patterns of funne. You can just fill in some special words, stick words. And then you can find all the patterns van the film. Funne has quite a bit of Eva already. And she enjoys them very, very much. Eva's patterns are not difficult and usually with a big needle and very fast to crochet. And sometimes Eva has packages you can buy. Sometimes she ran out and then she has alternative packages. And sometimes they're just up. Op is op. It happens. That's Eva's webshop, Janice Eve. And Eva, is Vonne's crochet daughter. So it's a whole family. Mike is Vonne's crochet son, and Dennis, the boyfriend of Mike, is Vonne's son-in-law, and Sam, it's the husband of Eva. That's also Vonne's son-in-law, and Eva and Sam have lots and lots of children. So Vonne has lots of grandchildren. A little while ago, Vonne was video belling with Eva and little Finn, little Keuken, a chicken. He's so sweet. Vonne said hi to him, and Vonne sang some children's songs, and little Finn was dancing on them, and he began to sing along, and Vonne he got Vonne a big knuffel through the phone. Oh, Vonne enjoyed that so much, really. You see, you can see how I am crocheting. Maybe you heard me talking, or you paid attention to what I am doing. Every time the front loop on my needle, now I'm paying attention and I have to be careful. The front loop on my needle from top to bottom, and then in the hole to the back, you have 2 loops on your needle, yarn over, pull up your loop, and make your staple stokje. So, my guess is with those two balls of yarn, I can make a pretty scarf, a cowl, and I hope you do too. I'm not going to finish this on the camera. I do this in my own time, in front of the TV. I am enjoying TV, and then I will give it to Vonne, I think. But you go ahead, finish your cowl with the staple stokjes. Look down in the description box for all kinds of information Vonne is going to put there. And I wish you all soft winter. This is so soft. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.